This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So before going into ETL Informatica. So what is Informatica? Any idea?
ETL is like, extract and target. No.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
extract, transform, and load.
Yeah, transform. Yeah.
Okay.
The font is very small actually.
Okay. Okay. So
Yes.
it's a extract, transform, and load. It's a tool actually. So we will call it as a ETL tool. So tool means in general where we will use this tool. If you take any tool, right, there should be some space, right, to use the tool.
Mm-hmm.
So any idea where exactly we are going to use this tool?
Like, to extract the data from the database or something.
Yes, we are going to extract data from a database and we are going to load it into another database.
Uh-huh.
This is my source database and we are going to extract data from your database. From there, you are trying to load data into another database. Why? What is this area? So let's say if you take any tool, right, let's say marker or duster, somewhere I will use it, right, in my blackboard or something. So
Mm-hmm.
we will use this ETL tool in the area of data warehouse.
Okay.
Okay, so what is warehouse?
Where you have like a collection of data.
Yes. So let's say I have a warehouse here. This is the collection of data from different source system. Why we need to have warehouse? Why
To store
we need?
the data, like for any
Yes,
particular company. Uh-huh.
yeah, to store the data. But already see, it's a using ETL tool. We are extracting data from one database to another database, right?
Mm-hmm.
Already it's there in the database only, right? Why we need to again extract and we need to put the data into another database called data warehouse.
We are transforming the data, right? So that is
Yes,
what
we
ETL
are going
does.
to transform. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. We will transform part of the loading, but what is warehouse? Warehouse means it's a collection of data for analysis purpose.
Okay.
So let me give you a simple example. Let's say if you take an insurance company, okay? Assume
Mm-hmm.
you're running an insurance company, your insurance company database you have,
Mm-hmm.
okay? So here you have 100 millions of customers, let's say.
Okay.
So as a CEO or as a director of company, always you will try to improve your business, right? So how you will improve your business? By getting, always you have to get the new customers.
New
That is the
clients,
whole,
yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
new clients. So how you will get your new clients? You will follow all the traditional models like media
Yeah.
publicity,
Mm-hmm.
campaigns.
Reviews of the previous customers or something.
Yes, previous customers reviews, some ads, media publicity, papers, roadside campaigns, everything you will do.
Yeah.
All traditional methods, TV
Mm-hmm.
promotions
Mm-hmm.
and everything. Is there
Yes.
a way to get a new customers from existing customers apart from traditional channels?
From the existing customers, like, if we refer somebody, if I'm in this insurance, if I refer
Yes.
somebody, they can referrals.
Yes, but how frequently? Let's say you are a customer. Every month
Mm-hmm.
you are
No,
getting a call from your
no.
insurance company. Madam, can you please refer any of your friends? Definitely, customers will not feel comfortable with this type of services, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
There should be. So what we are going to do is we have 100 millions of customers. Is there any way to get new customers from the existing customers? For that, you have to load this data from your source system to your warehouse using ETL tools. After this, here you are going to analyze the data. Here we are going to collect data from different databases, different source channels. Then what you are going to do? You are going to analyze the data. Let's say if I have 100 millions of customers data in my warehouse in a different format, which is ready for analysis. Let's say I'm going to do analysis like this. A simple analysis out of 100 millions, whenever we are whenever we are taking policy, or whenever our parents are going to take policy, they will provide compulsory all the dependents and kids information, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say simple report coming month, in the month of April. If you go to US, it's a mandatory, right? Once kids are turning into majors from 17 to 18, they have to take a policy. It's a mandatory government
Mm-hmm.
procedure.
Mm.
So out of 100 millions, how many customers kids are going to become majors in the month of April? You can generate a simple report. Maybe
Okay.
you're going to get 1,000 customers data.
Mm-hmm.
Give this data to your marketing team. Okay.
Okay.
So marketing team is going to contact the back-end customers. Congratulations, sir. Your kid is going to become major in the coming April month. Why don't you take your policies? They will do their job.
Okay.
Definitely, they are existing customers with you, and 1 month or 2 months before you have the data. All other insurance companies, maybe they don't have. He is an existing customer with you. You know that their kids are becoming majors.
Mm-hmm.
With doing simple analysis, whatever the data you have in your hand, based on that you can do one simple report. You can analyze the data. You can try to get new customers, right?
Yeah.
Let's
Mm-hmm.
say in the month of the same way you're doing. Let's say in the month of May, let's say there are 1 lakh customers.
Okay.
Luckily, 1 lakh customers kids are going to become majors in the month of May. So how you are going to do? So you will have more target. Let's say out of 1 lakh customers, I want to get at least 50% of the policies I want it sold. I mean, my target is 50,000
50. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
policies I want to sell. So to get more customers, what you have to do? Simple
Reach out.
funda. Yes. To
Mm-hmm.
see, you know that in the month of May, in the coming month, there are 1 lakh customers kids are going to become majors. My company target is 50,000. To get more customers, definitely we need to extract the customers just by providing some discounts, right?
Yes.
How much percentage of discount you will give? Is it 10% or it's a 20% or it's a 50%? Who will
Maybe
take the decision?
depending on the, like, majority of the years they have been with this company, increase the
Yes.
discount percent.
Okay, maybe the type of customer's profile based on
Yes.
maybe they exist. Okay, that is one thing. Also, when you're giving, let's say if you're going to give 50% or 20% discount, definitely it leads to some losses to your organization in the current financial year, right? Let's say instead
Yes.
of 100 rupees, your first premium, half of the premium you're giving discount this year, it
Mm-hmm.
leads to losses in the current
Yes.
financial year. But you are going to get 50,000 customers for next to
Mm-hmm.
20 to 25 years. What are the
Mm-hmm.
additional benefits? What is the profit and loss to the organization in coming years? What is the loss to the in current financial year? So that type of forecasting
Okay.
projections we are going to generate based on that company's potential. company should be in a position to provide 50% discount, right? They,
Yes.
they have to face, they have to ready
Mhm,
for financial year losses, right? They need to
mhm.
invest some amount additionally. Otherwise, company will go into a different business model, losses, complete losses.
Yeah.
So these kind of analysis, if I give 10% discount, what is the profit and loss to the organization here? What is our company's balance sheet? Do we have that much funds in
Mhm.
hand to bear this loss? Everything we are going to generate based on those reports. Your
Okay.
top level business management, right? They are going to take a decision. That is the reason your data warehouse will be called it as a decision making system.
Okay.
Okay, so any corporate, right? If you take any top MNCs corporate, they don't take any decision blindly. They will have lot of analysis, 360 degrees views. They will analyze. Then only they will take a decision. Simple. As a student, you are going to attend different demos, right? You will try to collect much information. Who is the faculty? How many years of experience? What is the fees? What are the timings?
Mm-hmm.
What about lab material? Everything you are going to gather, then you are going to take a decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just for taking a simple class, we are going to gather information, we are analyzing the data, then we are taking a decision. Organizations, so without warehouse, they cannot take a decision.
Okay.
For this purpose, we are going to extract data from different source systems, and we are going to put into warehouse. From there, different reports will generate. Who is going to generate reports? So in the area of warehouse, you will see two types of tools. One is ETL tool. The
Mm.
second one is reporting tool.
Okay.
ETL tools like Informatica is one of the ETL tool. There are other ETL tools, Ab initio, DataStage, Talent. There are lot many, just like our mobile companies. These are the
Okay.
very famous. Out of 100%, 40 or 50% is occupied by Informatica. Same way, if you go to reporting tools, we have Cognos, Hyperion, MicroStrategy, Business Objects, Cognos, SAS, different
Okay.
different tools, Tableau. So
Okay.
all these are the tools we are going to use in a data warehousing area. Okay. So if you want, I can give you one more example. Like this, see, we have to take a decisions overnight. Let's say recently Geo started, right? Their business.
Mm-hmm.
If you see when Geo started their business, all the customer they started moving from their existing uh, service providers like Vodafone, Airtel, BSNL to Geo.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you are running a Airtel business. Okay. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
just today 1 lakh people.
So one question before this,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, sure.
So you said you'll collect all the information from different databases and put it in the data warehouse, right?
Hmm.
So for that also we need the tool, or it just
Yes,
gathers?
we need the tool. We need the tool because in between we are going to apply the transformation logic, and why we need to pull the data from different sources. I will try to touch here itself. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's say you're running a Airtel business. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So recently Geo started, and people started moving from their networks to other network just by using the porting option. So let's say today just from Hyderabad there are 1 lakh people.
Mm-hmm.
1 lakh people raised a porting request. See, you have enough offices, infrastructure, employment, and everything. Now we are getting requests from your customers to move from your existing network to some other network within 48 hours or 30, more than 48 hours, within a week, within 3 days or 4 days, we have to release as per the TRI rules.
Okay.
Once the customer placing a porting request, I want to move from Airtel to Geo, Airtel has to release without any conditions. Then
Mm-hmm.
you are losing 1 lakh customers, definitely you will be into losses, right? So how
Yeah.
to hold your customers, how to retain your customers?
By providing
Take
some
this.
promotional.
Yes, how we will give the promotions. In Hyderabad, we have one CR population, right? Only 1 lakh customers. So we have to again this 1 lakh customers data we have to analyze. Just generate the report and give it to the marketing team. Marketing team simply, whenever you are placing a request, within 15 minutes you will get a call from your service provider. Sir,
Okay.
I placed a request for porting. What is the reason why you are planning to change? Do you have
Mm-hmm.
any service issues or any network issues or previous billing issues? Please let me know. I'll try to resolve. If it is a billing issues and all, they will adjust amount and they will request customers to hold. But let's say a few customers they are giving out of 1 lakh customers, maybe 50% of the customers planning to move to a different service provider just because of, let's say they are in 599 plan, they are getting only 50 GB of data. But
Okay.
whereas same 599 plan, Jio is offering 100 GB of data.
Mm-hmm.
So people are moving. These are the attractive plans in the market. So immediately your marketing team is going to contact your customers. They are going to gather the information. Why these customers are planning to change? What are their interests? What are the market conditions? Do we have any attractive plans? So everything they are going to collect, and again the data will come back. Then we are going to generate a report.
Okay.
So these are the out of 1 lakh, these are the 50,000 customers planning to move just because of there is a attractive plan in the market just from another service provider. So
Yeah.
based on this, again, if I'm going to add 50 GB, what is the loss to the organization? But it's okay. It's better to
Lose than.
go, yeah. So instead of losing, it's better to reduce our profits, right? Let's say right now we are getting maybe 599, 100 or 200 dollars we are getting a profit. So if I give same 50 plus additional 50 GB, if I give, definitely my profits will reduce, but still
Mhm.
the organization will be in profits only.
Yeah, they are
But if
retaining the
I'm,
customers.
yes, instead of losing all the customers, it's better to reduce our profits, right? So who
Yeah.
is going to take the decision? And within 24 hours or 48 hours we have to take the decision. If you are going to do all this analysis after 1 week or 2 weeks, let's say after 1 month you are getting a call from, by the time already you have moved to a Geo, after that you
Mm-hmm.
are getting a call from Airtel. Sir, we will also give the same 599 plan, can you please raise a request and can you come back? No one will do,
Yeah.
right? So we have
Mhm.
to take a right decision in the right time. All this is possible just with the help of warehouse.
Okay.
Okay, so
Mhm.
here when you are giving this data to marketing team, definitely marketing team will not have any, they are not database experts, right? We will generate a files and we will send it, and then when we are collecting data from source systems, we will expect some data. Marketing team, they are going to contact
Mhm.
customers, they will send the feedback, right? The market conditions, everything that data we are going to get and we are going to load. And also why we will have different source systems and why we need to do the transformations and everything. Why can't we do all this in the source data itself instead of collecting and loading into warehouse? We can do
Mhm.
everything in the source database itself, right?
Okay.
Already it's a database. I have 100 millions of customers. I'm running my business successfully from past 20 years. The thing
Mhm.
is, the purpose of this database is this is a transactional database. Let's say you're a ICICI customer or HDFC or Citibank or whatever the database bank.
Mhm.
You are going to connect and you are going to do the transactions, right?
Mhm.
But if you are going to do all the analysis part here itself, sometimes it is not possible actually, because the structure of the data is different in your transaction database and the structure of warehouse is different. We will put data in a different format in your warehouse, which is ready to generate any kind of reports. So that is not possible in your transaction databases. You can do up to some extent, but
Okay.
when you are doing some operations on your transactional databases just by generating a report, lot of analysis and everything,
Uh-huh.
it's a performance issue, right? I mean, you are putting more burden on your transaction database. It is going to impact your customers. The purpose of this database is just to do a transaction database. And here we are going to maintain only current data.
Okay.
Okay, here we are going to maintain warehouse itself, the mean, right? The complete, we will maintain current data plus historical data.
Okay.
Okay, let's say I'm taking a credit card. I'm applying a credit card with ICICI Bank. Just example. Okay, I'm applying for the credit card with ICICI Bank. This is my name and this is I'm in Hyderabad location, my phone number. Okay, whenever I'm applying for a credit card, I'm going to provide my employment details, my address proof, everything. They are going to do complete verification. If everything is fine, then only they are going to issue a credit card for me, right? So that data, let's say you don't have a warehouse. Okay. Now, what will happen after few months? Part of the job I'm moving from Hyderabad to Bangalore or some other city. Simply I'm going to call the customer care center and I will request for change of address. Simply they will take that request. They will not ask for any additional address verifications this time.
Okay.
They will place a request. Sure, sir. Within the request has been placed within 24 hours, it will affect. Within the next bill onwards, we will send it to your new address. Let's say I'm here. This is the old one. Whenever you are placing a request, this address will be replaced with Bangalore details.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is the record you have in your transaction database. This is your latest record. Okay. Now let's say I'm not making the payments. Our customer is not going to make the payments after this. After 3 months, you will try. The number is invalid. You will give this address to your marketing recovery team. They will go to there. The customer is not there. It's a fake address.
Okay.
So how we will recover now?
They have the previous address too.
It is replaced in the transaction database whenever you have replacing.
But it will be stored in the data warehouse, right? No? Yeah.
No, if you don't have data warehouse, historical
Okay,
data,
got it. Yeah, then
got
it
it.
will get
Yeah.
erased.
So yes. So whenever customer initially created a record, this record will be loaded from here to your warehouse.
Okay.
Okay, and later whenever customer is placing a request for change of address from Hyderabad to Bangalore, this record will be replaced with the new address here. The same record will be loaded here.
Okay.
So we will have all the historical data. We can understand what are the customers' interest, what are the market trends and everything. And then sometimes it will help our business in this example, in this. Okay, so this is all about warehouse. Any questions? So like this, I can give you I mean, we can discuss on a number of examples. Here we are going to get data from different source system. Why we will have different source system means, let's say I'm expanding my business. Now right now my business just in Bombay. Later I'm moving to different state, different city. Then I'm going to have a different databases, right? I will
Yeah.
not let's say I have few branches in Hyderabad. Later I'm moving from south to north. There I will try to have another database, the backend server and everything infrastructure setup. I may maintain South India and North India, two are each state one server.
Mhm.
Then we are going to
Okay.
get data from different source system. Let's say Airtel is going to do business in all the states. Maybe when they started business in AP, maybe they have started AP server with what do you call SQL Server database. Let's say it is a SQL Server database. Maybe 10 years or 15 years back, maybe they depended on SQL Server. Nowadays, we have different options. Now they are opening a new branch. They are going with Teradata or Netezza, Hyperion, which are famous in
Mhm.
market. The structure is different. The format of the data is different. Maybe at the time of 20 years back, we used to save our customers' details in the form of first name,
Mhm.
middle name, last name.
Mhm.
And here, maybe all the data, let's say as a customer, I'm trying to apply for something, I'm entering my data. It is going to allow all all the possibilities, small or capital,
Mhm. Okay.
right? So if you go, let's say customer center like this, right?
Mhm.
Capital, small capital combinations, anything, right? N number of possibilities.
Yeah.
And also first name, middle name, last name. Coming to the recent, if whenever I'm trying to enter whatever the data type, if you see recent sites, it
Mhm.
will automatically convert and it will populate full in caps for you. And even some spaces they will not allow nowadays.
Okay.
So if you go back to 20 years, 10 years back, if you go to Naukri website,
Mhm.
you can put 10 years of resume and you can give your date of birth as today's date. Now it is not there. They
Accept.
resolve that.
Okay.
So all these are case to case. They are upgrading, right? So this
Mhm.
type of data. So 20 years back from database we are getting and today's database. So we have to transform in our warehouse. The format is we have a full name. Just for example, I am giving. So
Yeah.
from SQL Server, we are getting first name, middle name, last name. We have to club and we have to generate a full name. From other database, we are getting as this full name. Maybe the date formats are different. Here we are storing in MMDD YYY format. Month,
Okay.
then DD. Coming to another
Mhm.
database, maybe DD YYY. So
Okay.
all this we have to consider, and we are going to get data from the marketing teams, some flat files, some additional systems, the backend legacy DB2 databases.
Mhm.
So this is the purpose of different source systems. And
Okay.
then when you are running a business, you will get data from different channels, right? From front end marketing. Let's say Airtel,
Mhm.
they are running a business. As a customer, you can go to Airtel, you can place a request, or you can call customer care center, you can place some request for change of plan, for
Mhm.
closing connection, everything. Or if you are applying for a new sim, you have to go to a branch, or roadside campaigns are going on, you will provide data there. Maybe
Yeah.
these campaigners, right, they will send data in a different format and you will get data in the different format from the front end showrooms. Or you can log into Airtel website, there you can apply for a
Mhm.
debit card by uploading all your documents. That is a
Okay.
different channel. At the end of the day, we have to collect all this information and we have to serve our customers. So this
Mhm.
is the purpose of we will deal with many source systems.
So for using this ATL tool, right? So how much of data warehousing knowledge you need, like, or it's like different with every company, like the way they
Data
store.
warehousing knowledge in the means,
Like how much we like, for do using that tool we use a data warehouse, like the data wherever we are getting extracting
yes.
the data. So how
Hmm.
much knowledge, like data warehousing, like or it's like just extracting the data? We don't.
No. It depends upon project to project. Let's say you're in a service-based company. You're part
Uh-huh.
of a project. You will
Uh-huh.
start with development. So you will not mainly deal with data warehousing. Your job is to develop all the programs or mappings
Mm-hmm.
from using different source systems. After 6 months or 1 month, the project is ready. I mean, you're done with the development, you will be released. But if you're going to a product-based company, or maybe if it is a support project and all, you are trying to load data into your warehouse, right? You need to understand your business whenever there is a issue in the back end,
Mm-hmm.
how the data is flowing, what is our business model. Having business knowledge and coming to your warehouse knowledge, it is common for all actually. But
Okay.
part of your project, how much you are involving, what is
Mm-hmm.
your involvement, are you dealing with business? Let's say you are an insurance company, few claims are not happening properly, then why it is not processing as expected, what is the issue? Development is
Okay.
different and maintenance is different. Part of the maintenance and support, you need to understand the business. you will
Mm-hmm.
you will sit with direct business and you will understand, then you will resolve day to day issues. Development, it's like a just you are going to develop and you will be released from that project.
Okay.
Part of our course, I'm going to cover what are the data warehousing concept, what we will have in warehouse. I mean, what is the structure of, who is the father of warehouse, the everything I'm going to cover. So it
Okay.
will help. I mean, whatever the
Mm-hmm.
project you're part of, right, that helps you.
Okay.
So this is the old one. Yesterday my system got crashed.
Okay.
Let me show you the course content. Yeah, this is the new course content. So it will be a 45 hours of course.
Okay.
So I'm going to cover, I mean, the introduction to data warehousing, why we will call it as, what are the OLAP, OTP,
Okay.
OLTP and OLAP,
Mm-hmm.
systems normalization tools and everything. All this is about warehouse. Then Informatica, when you are working with Informatica, right? So all the each and every scenario with
Mm-hmm.
real time examples and data flows I am explaining. I mean, if you are familiar with Informatica, you can understand all this course content.
Okay.
And we will use in data warehousing, Unix is important actually. So I will cover you what is the purpose of Unix.
Mm-hmm.
So how much we need to learn, up to what extent we have to learn.
Okay.
Okay, and for all the complex
So like Tableau, is there anything we should download and we can work hands-on something?
Tableau, I think it's a
No,
Tableau
like
or
Tableau. No,
yeah,
like Tableau
trial
for
versions.
ETL Informatica. Can we do hands-on something like example or something? Can we do or?
I mean, Tableau you can download directly. You will have free trial
Mm,
versions. Coming to
yeah.
Informatica, also we have to install and we have to practice.
Okay. Okay. So we have an option like that. Okay.
Yes. We will get unlicensed software. Maybe one or two features are not available. Remaining the complete functionality, you can test it. 99% of the functionality you can see.
Oh, okay.
And also coming to all the complex topics, right? I have a PPTs. So it helps to understand easily.
Okay.
So let's say you're going to join two tables, what's happening, the left outer join, right outer join functionality, the matching records and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are going and doing the same in Informatica, how it is
Mm-hmm.
working. So it is in a database, but if you go to Informatica, right, we are going to develop the mappings, the complex mappings.
Mm-hmm.
So data you're extracting in between, you're using n number of transformations and you're trying to load data into your warehouse. When you're using the transformation logic, how the data is being transferred. So the pictorial representation I'm going to show you with the help of this powerful PPTs. So this
Okay.
is all about transformations. When you're executing in the real time, the
Mm-hmm.
step-by-step process, you're getting a record from source. After this, what's happening? You're going to compare with another record. So how the transformation logic, the backend happening, you will
Mm-hmm.
get to know step by step with this PPT. It's a very pictorial representation. Whatever the code you're developing,
Uh-huh.
sometimes you will not understand it, how the data is being transformed and everything. You can easily understand all the complex scenarios with the
Okay.
help of PPTs. So just this is all about, I mean, uh, course content and this coming to my profile. I am Sampath. I have 18 plus years of ETL and Informatica experience, and almost from 10 plus years I'm into trainings. I have handled so many offline and online batches so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if you have time, another 10 to 10 minutes, we will see what are the components of Informatica, and or
Sure.
we can discuss that in the second demo if you want. Just
We can carry on.
yeah. You will have majorly four components in Informatica. Any tool, right? Any tool when you're installing the backend, you will have the servers or services, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the front end, you will have a GUI tools. So before installing Informatica, what I need is first you have to install any RDBMS database. Let's say I have installed Informatica. It's my RDBMS database. Let's say I have installed Informatica. Part of my Informatica installation in my Oracle uh, database, I'm going to create a repository. So nothing but some set of 522 system tables will be created for you, and you will have a integration service. Just it's a backend architecture of Informatica, and you will have the repository service. This is okay. So as a developer, we are going to deal with four client tools. See, after installing Informatica, these are the four client tools. One is, see, you will deal with four client tools. The first one is repository manager. Okay, here the name itself it's indicating, right? Repository manager. To manage your repository, what you can
Okay.
do, you can create new folders,
Mm-hmm.
you can create users, all the deployment activity. It's a kind of complete admin tool. Okay,
Okay.
you will be part of a project, and within the repository we will have multiple folders.
Mm-hmm.
Let me connect. Okay, see, I have connected to the repository. This is the repository manager. Here I
Mm-hmm.
have one folder. Let's say if I want, I can create a new folder. Create new folder Sampath with my name, or you can have a new folder called sales, marketing, finance, whatever the project you have. In the organization, you will have a number of projects, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you will be part of one project. So into that project, in this folder, you will have complete access, right? Like read, write, and executable. Coming to other folders, sometimes you may have access, or even if you have access, it's a only view access, not write or executable access. So these kind of admin activities, the controlling and everything will be. And once you are done with your project, you need to migrate code from development to the next environment, UAT or QA,
Mm-hmm.
right, or prod. So the deployment activities and everything we will handle it from the repository manager. And whenever you are creating a folder here, let's say I have created this folder here, first I have entered my user ID and password. I am connecting to repository, means the backend, it is going to communicate with your repository like this. You have given your user ID and password, right? It will be connected. If you want, you can connect to the database and you can see. Let's say this is my repository database.
Mm-hmm. So you'll teach SQL too?
Yeah, I will cover part of the course how we are going to do it in the database and how we are going to do it in Informatica. I'm going to cover
Okay.
SQL also. So let's say here OPB underscore mapping. Let me see. I have few programs I have created in my folder. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so see I have few mappings. Let's say I'm going to create a new mapping. Just I'm copying existing mapping, copy as m underscore. Um, let's say I'm creating a sample mapping. Now I have created a new program here. In my Informatica, I created a new ETL mapping. So whenever you are doing these changes, what will happen? In the backend database, see, so far we have only 3 records, right? I will
Mm-hmm.
explain clearly in the next class. See, it's a tool, right? The backend new entry is, you have a new entry in your database. So
Okay.
what's happening here? You're creating a folder. Whenever you are creating a new folder here I'm going to create a folder called Sampath, right? I have created that folder.
Mm-hmm.
Information will be that the backend, the each and every click you're doing something in the tool, the front end GUI application, the
Mm-hmm.
backend, that information will be saved into your repository tables. This is
Okay.
all about repository manager. The second client tool is we have mapping designer. So this is the designer. So here we are going to develop a mapping. Mapping is nothing but a program in general life. If you go to other C or C++, we will call it as a program, right? Informatica terminology, we will call it as a mapping. If you go to
Mm.
ab initio or data stage, they will call it as a graph or stage. Different tools, different terminology. So
Mhm.
here, what is the purpose of creating a mapping? I have a source database here. From the source database, I want to extract a data from the source database and I want to load it into another database. This is my source and target. We are trying to extract data from a different sources, right?
Yeah.
And we are trying to load data into a different target databases. So for this purpose, I'm going to create a mapping. After creation of mapping, again, you will be saved that mapping, that information will be saved into the backend repository, the backend architecture. In a mapping
Oh.
designer, you are going to develop a mapping. After this, we have one more client tool, that is the workflow manager. What is workflow manager means? Here you will have set of tasks. What you are going to do in the workflow manager? Let's say I have created a mapping one. Okay, mapping one, I want to execute daily at 10 a.m.
Mhm.
That scheduling you can do it from the workflow manager. And
Okay.
execution, and also let's say I have mapping one. After this, I want to, if my mapping one is executing successfully, then immediately I need to start the mapping two. After completion of mapping two, if you have more data or less data, if it is failing or it is success, I need to send mail to business or the support team in case of any failures. So those kind of instructions, set of instructions,
Mhm.
you will configure in the workflow manager.
Okay.
Okay, you will have the dependency, right? Let's say I have hundreds of mappings. So morning, few mappings I want to execute on a daily basis, few mappings I want to execute, I want to load data monthly once for a particular process.
Mhm.
So those kind of schedulings and everything, you are going to do it in the workflow manager, and again you are going to save that. It will be saved into the repository. Now your integration service is a standalone system. So far you are in the development mode. You are going to develop the program, and you are
Mhm.
going to configure how you want to execute your programs, how frequently you want to execute, what are the dependency between the mapping one and mapping two. If mapping two is going to fail, what you want to do? If it is success, what you
Okay.
want to do? It is succeeded with less number of volume of the data, or you are expecting unexpected high volumes today. So you need to notify business. You need to send a automatic mail based on the volume of the today's
Mhm.
data. So those configurations, you are going to do it in the workflow manager. Then you are going to execute. Whenever you are till the execution time, your integration service is a standalone system. Whenever you are executing, it will come into the picture. It will communicate with the repository, and repository will communicate again with the repository based on your mapping logic and all. Your integration service, who is going to extract data in Informatica means the backend, your integration service. It's a one kind of server service.
Mm.
It will
Mhm.
extract data from your source and it is trying to load data into your target table. Let's say you are executing a job. Whenever you are executing a job, you need to know the status of the job, right?
Mhm.
Whether it is running, success, failure, and everything. So we have another client tool called Workflow Monitor. Here you can see the status of the job. If the job
Oh.
is running for 1 hour, or after completion of the job, how many records it extracted from the source? Let's say
Oh.
it extracted 100 records. It is loaded only 90 records. Remaining
Mhm.
10 records, it not able to load because of the some database issue or some special character issue. There is a data disturbancy.
Okay.
So your integration service will create a complete log file for you. Any programming, it will create a log file for you, right? Normally.
Mhm.
So here you can see the status of the job, whether the job is completed successfully or failed, and how many records it is processed, what is the time, how much time it is executed. So everything. So these are the four client tools. So as a developer, your role is you're going to develop the mappings with the help of complete transformations, how to use these tools, and what are the each and every options we are going to use in this tool in the real time. So everything I'm going to cover part of this course.
Okay.
Okay, just it's an overview, and
Mm-hmm.
I covered it very fast because I have another class at 7 o'clock. So just normally I
Okay.
will cover only data warehousing concept. This tool I will take it in the second session.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, just I have given you overview. So these are the 4 kind tools. The front-end GUI application, GUI tools we have.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions for me?
No, maybe when we are doing, we'll have, but yeah, this is I can I can understand.
Okay. And then, I mean, just what's your background? I mean, are you working on any other technology or it's a new to IT?
New to IT.
Okay, fine. But you are familiar with SQL, right?
Yes, a little bit
Yeah,
basics. Yeah.
yeah. Because without basic SQL knowledge, it is very difficult to understand ETL process.
Okay.
Yeah, you should know. Anyway,
Mhm.
I'm going to cover the basic SQLs, but if you go on practice, it's going to help you.
Sure. Yeah. So it's like a one-on-one class.